Hello, everybody. This one won't be too long. I was watching a stream, and in the stream, the man was saying something really important. I've been hearing the word tether lately, and the reason why that word's important is because not all kinfolk is skinfolk. Not all allies are who they pretend to be. Another friend of mine, outside of saying tether, brought up the word transformer, as in people changing personalities, so to speak. So I'll give you an example. A lot of times when people use words, they're talking about magical people transforming in matrices and shadow workers appearing, almost like loading RNG. But when I speak of these things, I'm talking about in terms of character and behavior. You can have 10 people of African descent come up to you and say stuff to you, but that does not mean they are advocating for you or that they care about you. The reason I come through advocating for the African American community is not because I'm African American myself, although that intensifies it. It's because I see the oppression of what's going on. You'll have African Americans saying, giving off negative news about African Americans, and you'll have African Americans that are super pro advocating for us. How can both be detrimental? Dr. Umar Johnson, dude, I just listened on a panel and the man's stream got interrupted and cut off because of his title and because of the Copyright Act of Free Use Entertainment or something like that. But what I'm saying is, Dr. Umar Johnson is going around saying stuff like, if an African American woman is dysfunctional, deal with it. You need to level up to deal with her toxic behavior. Like, so I'm gonna give you a part of my life real quick and why I'm sick and tired of hearing all this. You need a black woman, black community, black, black, black. All my life, I've been into ulterior things outside of whatever people call an African community, because words like that aren't really real. If I was to say an African community, that means a bunch of people of African descent are together, not the stuff that they are doing. So, what does that mean? If 10 African Americans are in a room and we all are into 10 different things, then those things that we are into aren't what the African community is. It's the fact that we have African blood. And so, I'll give you an example. When I was growing up, I had Tourette's syndrome. I was heavily picked on. The people I was around predominantly were African Americans. The few times I would be around Caucasians, they were really sweet to me. But then other times, I would meet other Caucasians and they were really sick. What does this mean? It means none of that stuff, the African American, what I said, African American, Caucasian, it's the individuals. When we all start to lump each other into groups, that's when elitism and racism and hatred occurs. If I go date a Caucasian woman and all these African American people are upset with me, not the African American culture, African American people. They'll say things, call me names, different stuff. Okay. African American women. In the past, I've been with African American women. There is no, oh, I like Caucasian American women or African. I like women. And predominantly, I'm going to give you an example. The One of the first people to start calling me little nigga was my mom. You little nigga, pick this up, pick that up. Am I saying I hate my mom? I love my mom. It's like my best friend. But what I'm saying is some things have been so indoctrinated into the community that it's unapparent anymore. Look at Candace Owens. Look at the Hodge twins. They attack people over and over and over. Our own community. African Americans. But then Candace Owens started talking about the Jewish community. And she got a little backlash, but she's still huge. Why? It's because of the community she attacked at first. That's what got her the big fan base. I'll see all the time, Caucasian Americans want to come up and be friends, come up and learn, come up, and different people will clown them and destroy them and call them names and all kind of stuff. Now I'm about to get real scientific. Hundreds of millions of them and barely 44 million of us. What power do you seek to extract where you're destroying them and we're uprising? I just want to make that. I want to somebody to teach me statistics. The forefathers wanted to mix and they didn't. Now that stuff is equal and we can mix, they're not coming to the cookout. Becky's, this and that. Meghan Markle got with that rich white man, that rich European man that was in the royal family. Oh, goals. But here in America, we get with Caucasian American women and people lose it. Don't work. I'm telling you all, these groups, people keep saying, what are we going to do as the African American community? I keep telling y'all what's going to happen if y'all keep doing that. Do you know what it means to be a thief in the night, to move in the shadows, to move in darkness? You guys are out here on these platforms out in the open. We need to all band together and do this to fight the whites. What world is that going to work in? Please tell me. And then on the flip side, you got all these Nazis everywhere talking about separate from the blacks. Y'all are doing their job for them. Don't integrate with them. Don't integrate with them. They're this, they're that. In the rain, they smell it. Y'all just saying all type of mean stuff to them. Candace Owens is on camera explaining why the word FAGGOT is not bad and it was a politics at first. And people are changing words to mean blah, blah, blah. And people should be able to say it. And she was talking to Don Lemon. But then, do you know what that opens the door to? When I say people possess a singular intellectual capability to where they're only 2D thinkers, people think about here and now, fans, and all type of whatever. They don't think about the intellectuality of what they're saying and what it beholds to the future. So now a bunch of people can go around and say Negro means black and Hispanic, and I can say it if I want. And you're getting mad because Negro was used by somebody else, but you Negro, and blacks. How can I defend against that if Candace fucking Owens has been on stream saying, why can't we say FAGGOT? You want to know something else they're doing with the African American oppressions? Each generation. At one point in time, the Chinese were very close to the Africans. The Japanese were very close to the Africans. Even look at photos from the 50s and 60s when the Semitic Jewish people needed African Americans' help during civil rights movements. They blew up to the moon, and now we're still down here oppressed. Martin Luther King gets blasted, and now we're like, okay, accept everybody, the freedom speech, the mountain. Then now they're having parades for them. They can advocate and tell people to switch sexes and stuff, but we can't even talk about anybody that oppresses us. You guys really think these people are woke? So I'll tell y'all experimentation. All these times y'all have been seeing black, nigga. I don't care from what source, what end, whatever. But then go start talking about other communities that oppressed. I can't even type Jews in chats and comments no more. They won't let me say Jew. But people can say niggas, blacks, it's in your DNA, monkey, blah, 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 all type of crazy stuff. And YouTube doesn't do anything about it or any of these platforms. Why do you guys keep asking me what am I going to do for the black community? African Americans. What am I going to do to help this and that? I first came out trying to talk to people in religion. I tell Christians, you guys are calling yourselves gracious pigs, and they attack me. I go to different people in the African American community. Hey guys, we all shouldn't fight like this. We should just come together. Let's hit reset. Let's do our thing. No, this, that, they're a traitor, Democrat, Republican, Trump's going to fix it, Biden's going to fix it. This nigga stupid change, that, this, that, perfect, up, down, red, blue. Whoa, okay. All right, let me go talk to some of these Caucasian Americans. Whoa. I'm not even going to get in that. As I told you all before, I'm terrified to read the Hodge. What I don't get is these African American platforms, do y'all not read y'all comments? The ones that actually attack our community? Are y'all like, I feel like they like make videos and just disappear. I read comments, interact with people, be like, you interact with me, thank you so much. It's like, interact with you, this is a social media website, they're not gods, we're not God. When I say that, I don't mean like, I told you all are if I'm a god, you all are too. That's why I like the idea of being wealthy enough to eat every day and live in my house and enjoy life, they try to take that away fervently, boy. I'm not finna get into all that, but what I'm saying is the reason I am finna get into this, the Bible, tell the truth, tell the truth. Disney Channel shows, tell the truth, tell the truth. Uproot and tell the truth. Um, People in real life, you only prosper if you tell the truth. When you speak, none of that magical shit, none of that matrix, we're gonna live forever. When you speak the what's happening in an oppressed world truth, the Anuki, the Elohim, the Hebrews, the Yasharelians, Thor and Odin, and the Germanic sun gods of the Egyptian Ra's and Africa's for when you tell that. So the thing about this man's stream that just got cut off when I was watching it, the title of the video was Candace Owens tells the truth about the Holocaust. And this man doesn't like Candace Owens. He's proving a point. Then in the whole string, Dr. Umar is calling black men foolish because we're Becky lovers. And then the man that was supporting this, was doing the stream, was explaining why black men don't have to always be with African American women, and we're not anti-racist. And if we date white Caucasian American women, we're not bad, because the white supremacists or the Caucasian supremacists want us to date non-race. African women want us to date non-race. It's like two sides of the same coin. So, people oftentimes, people tell me I am so intelligent, but they'll tell me my intelligence is wasted because I don't do stuff. At the beginning of my videos, you'll see it. I worked at a nursing home. I worked in psych care for years. No retribution, nothing. Let go just like that. The main nursing homes in these hospitals are trying to blackball and excommunicate me. The people that own them are of a certain descent. I'm filtered almost out of all these channels and stuff. You tell the truth like they fucking tell you to, and they blackball you. It really feels like Pharaoh's attempt to drown people in lies. So, you guys love bringing up MLK. MLK was killed, and the people that look like MLK is still at the bottom. You guys love bringing up, because the thing about the Holocaust, 6 million were killed, 55 million total, or 50 million total, because of the wars. Right? They'll say it's the bloodiest thing in history. But between the Congo and the transatlantic, when dealing with Portugal and a couple of them countries, 25 million to 30 dead. Half the people dead in one war. Over half the people dead in one war, not including none of the wars or the other people enslaved by the coast, the Portuguese, all this other stuff. Or the people killed once in America, the Africans, and the people further killed by Ethiopian civil wars and wars in the Congo and all these other places after they were pimped out by the Portuguese and Belgium. So, when you ask an African American person what's wrong with their community, you should research why we're in this predicament. Geniuses, forefronts in music, sports, entertainment, civilization. Why does that keep getting cut off? It didn't just start with us in ghettos shooting and making rap music. Go listen to 60s and 70s and 50s African American music. Funk and disco. Old classical music. You see where all these rap songs are coming from? Anybody that asks us why we don't get educated, you have no money. You're in a terrible place. Your family probably has been indoctrinated or caught in this system. And the only thing you can do is get a 9 to 5 and afford what? Rent. You're going to go get a grant. I needed to take out loans, $7,000. The grant was free, but good luck in this environment. 2-3 years of tax returns taken. I told them people I had my children because my baby mama was still getting money from whatever. And when I went to the DHS offices in these churches, you wouldn't believe how they talked to me. One of the churches told me to get a job with 2 children on my head. There's no, what do y'all want me to do? Went to community college, took all these classes, did all this stuff, tore up. Started speaking out on what's happening between psychology, religion, and philosophy, the institution of where it came from and where it was stolen from, and what happens to us. I start talking about the massacres and the riots and the real people who were being stolen from lands and killed, and all these movements, civil rights after civil rights after civil rights. Anti-Asian crime hate bill, but y'all will give us an anti-lynching bill. The bill itself smacks me in the fucking face. Go these different towns, Coonsville, Lynchville. These are real names. Like, I can't make this stuff up. If you guys were to see my life and see the situation that current African Americans can be caught in and live through this, would you call this depression? Can you say a whole generation of people had a Great Depression, Great Recessions, but then when people deal with this for thousands of years, y'all will individually label people with depression? Are you kidding me? I go date an African American woman. I'm not diverse. I date anybody else, I'm a sellout. All my forefathers murdered and killed and kept trying and trying and trying. It's at the point now because of money, inflation, power, and real. Because back in the day, there was what, simple rifles and stuff. I'm not saying it's simple, but now there's AKs and machine guns and tanks and nukes. What do y'all want me to do? You not see what happened to the leader of Black Panthers? Don't shoot the messenger with Operation Contra. They went to go destroy Germany for the Jews, for the Nazis, but brought them all back here with Operation Paperclip, and now there's Israel with white Jews everywhere. What do y'all want us to do? You want us to make an underground railroad? Half of us are snitches and kill our own community. Do y'all not see all these influencers out here? So we get an underground railroad. Now everybody knows about it. They send 10,000 bots, trolls, and everybody else, and it's destroyed. BLM, that was a huge movement. It was corrupt. It was. But they funneling millions into churches and charities. They don't investigate that shit. Trump is running around with Epstein. Is that corrupt? But BLM is corrupt. What do y'all want me to do from the bottom? You want me to walk to the fucking gas station? You want me to walk to Staples, get $5 worth of flyers, go walk around to a bunch of people and get called BLM dumb psychopath? Do y'all not think I don't do this shit in the real world first? There's no, I'm done. Y'all love the Bible so much? Eat not of the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Like I said in the beginning of my videos. Eat of the tree of life. You want a Becky or an African American woman or a Asian woman? What the fuck ever. You want to be a farmer? You want to work in somebody's master plant factory? You want to make 10,000 books for Master Man? Whatever. I don't care. You want to play video games forever? Or I don't care. I'm not going to tell my children, I'm not going to look back at my forefathers and say, why didn't you do enough? Why didn't they do enough? Nor will I let anybody look at me and say that. I went to college and got greatly educated. Some of these people out here barely out of high school. Candace Owens used the NAACP to sue Caucasians, Americans, for racism. Now look what she's doing now. I can't sell out like that, dude. I'm not going to get thousands of viewers using fake clickbait titles and being fake for 10,000 people until I get big enough. Oh, hustlers make it. They go and do what? Some Ebenezer Scrooge shit. And then when they make it big, the public goes, why didn't you do nothing for none of us? One billionaire is not going to change nothing. 1 millionaire is not going to change nothing. My plan would be if I was a billionaire in Chicago or one of these, I wouldn't even probably go to a big city because, I mean, I could, and I could do what I could try. But I would try to fix infrastructure. I can't afford all them dumb fucking big prices in a big city. I'll go somewhere small in Illinois. Build a neighborhood with 10 houses, a community center. But as a billionaire, I could do a lot more. Now, if there was like 10 billionaires or 10 people, 10 groups in each state that just suddenly want to fix shit, the world will start to get better. I don't have those resources. I don't know people that do. When they get that big, CNN and Fox News, here we come, MSNBC and all these news stations. Will you guys copyright me for saying your name? Every time I'm telling you guys, every time African Americans do something, or people oppress Palestinians, whoever, because that's why I said was Palestinians not I have videos of them blowing their own mosque up with fireworks and saying they're going to kill people that aren't Muslim. I don't know who. I'll spend 10 days advocating. When I very first came out, I was talking about how Moses and Joshua was the two witnesses, and how Judaism was righteous because of Christianity's paganism. I went around to every fucking Jew on YouTube, and they called me Hamite. They called me Gentile. They said I need to go to the Noahides for I drown in Noah. They called me every fucking name in the book. Go to my videos and look up Antiquity of the Bloodlines. That's why they can't strike me for talking about Jews. I am Jewish on my father's side, from the African side, from all the way back to the Congo, to the ancient bloodline, to Jewish from Polish blood. My forefathers were dealing with the Holocaust and slavery. I don't have a Jewish community because they hate African Americans. I don't get mad who says it. And I can't go to African Americans because they want me to destroy Caucasians. 15%, maybe more, of my bloodline. My actual DNA. Dr. Umar Johnson, are you going to advocate for my daughter who's half Caucasian? Dr. Umar Johnson, how many African Americans are mixed with European DNA, Asian DNA, and Native American DNA? Because they was all running around saying they were Native Americans. It's all racism. I'll bring up the Holocaust. The fucking world will attack me. So I can't talk about my great-grandfather's history. You know what they did to my great-grandfather when he came here from Poland? He got with an African-American woman, Maximilian Braun. And when he did that, they had to live in garages and stuff. Because you wasn't supposed to mix. And now, I am here. And that was an African-American woman, Dr. Umar. She got her a Polish man. And had my grandmother. And then they had my mother. And then my grandmother and my African-American grandfather had my mother. My African-American dad, whose father is dark, and my grandmother looks like she's Native American. I'm sick of the racist fucking bullshit and buffoonery. I want to live in a world where I can African-American men will say they'll tell who their women is whatever, and then they'll go say they have a preference of this and this and this, and get destroyed because of it. But then different women in other communities can go do whatever, pick us out like flowers. They can go pick Caucasian men or us up like flowers, and nobody says a thing. I'm not your commodity. Black men aren't, African American men aren't your commodities. So if I got a best friend who's Caucasian, and he's like, "What's up, my nigga?" Because we talked to each other today and we cool, okay. But if a random Caucasian comes up and touches my hair and says, "Oh, I love you people's hair," get the fuck off me, you fucking idiot. Or if I wasn't with my girl and it's a fine girl and I like somebody rubbing my hair because I'm attracted to women, would I still act like that? It's the situation. It's what you want in your life. African American women being called exotic. They're like, I don't like that. That's racist. Okay, if they're being malicious and that's how you feel, okay. But you could be missing out on a compliment. I'm not telling you how to feel. Do what you're going to do. But all the dumb shit from everybody, whatever. You want to be a race? You want to believe that you're a chosen seed of some chosen race? If you guys haven't figured it out by now, I hope you do eventually. Because it doesn't make sense how people fight and argue over things that don't matter and aren't real. Concepts that destroy the mind and take away from the love that we should share for each other. For me, this whole, what's the African American community going to do about politics? What are Americans going to do about politics? What are Americans going to do about inflation and 9-to-5s? I don't know what people want. I just don't care anymore. I would rather watch a nice television show, watch a documentary, live my life, play some video games, see family when I can, whatever. Because all this other shit is bullshit. Seek and you shall find, tell the truth. Get fucking destroyed. Tell lies and act a nut. Get praised up. But then your kids get fucked off because of your stupid shit. And what I'm going to tell people, yeah, I'm frustrated a lot and I got problems, but there's a balance. And when I say I got problems, I mean problems with other people and the bullshit. Everybody being fake, everybody stealing. People will make content, and I've witnessed it happen. People will make content. Other people will steal bits and pieces of it, or steal art or anything, copyright other people's stuff, and then call the originator the problem. Pure madness. So, just whatever you can value in life, whatever you can find of love and peace, but also, like I tell people, I'm not religious, but I rock with the 10 Commandments. And like I said, I'm Jewish, and this is what infuriates me. I've gone to all the Jewish videos because I tried to be respectful at first, and I said, I'm not just going to come for African Americans. I'm going to come for everybody. Why would I do that? I want everybody to be happy. Humanity. But I got stomped by the Jewish community. I'm just being honest with y'all. I tried to come out with them. Then I got stomped by Christians. I didn't even really I tried with Muslims, but dude, I don't. So then after that, I tried to get in terms of politics and world, whatever. And oh my goodness, that shit. Because I don't understand the difference between Joe Biden and Donald Trump. They're both rich. They're both wealthy, living life. I don't know why Americans don't understand it's rich versus poor. And it's not even rich versus poor. That's what they want you to think too. We're all living souls. That's what it is. And a lot of stuff that should be free or from nature. Because if I was to be born on this planet and there was going to be food, bananas and fruits to pick from the trees and crops to grow and animals to hunt, why does everything cost money now? Even if you're going to have a system of money, why is it inflating to the moon? Then we're really like, because what makes me the most angry, if you guys would just leave African Americans, or you would just leave the poor, everybody, if y'all would just leave poor people alone, oppressed people, gay people, people in the LGBTQ, if y'all would just leave people alone, the world would start to be a better place. It really would. But no, everybody wants to be hot fire and burn each other up. Nobody just wants to break down and just say, I am sorry for everything I've said and done. Let me start over. They want to keep perpetuating our forefathers' angry, violent spirits. And so I am trying to help and talk to as many people as possible. I told you all before, I don't know what America some people are from, but you go to certain courthouses, court buildings, they will tear your ass up. You can't talk to the police crazy in certain states. In Illinois, I watched a man record a fight and he called a felony. for recording the fucking fight. But people can record people getting shot to death and choked to death. I don't know. The Constitution and laws say something. The media shows it being free, but I'm telling you all, and it's not black and African American, Asian, Caucasian, Hispanic. No, that's how they get us to go deeper and deeper into this rabbit hole. Human, man, woman. We can all be friends, man. And even if we can't be friends, we could just, what's going on now with the anger and violence is crazy to me. Because what I really don't understand, as I've said before, Dr. Umar Johnson, why do you care who African American men date, dude? That's sus to me. That's Latin for pig. African American woman, why are you worried about me dating a Caucasian woman? Y'all don't want me. I'm telling you, when I was in my 20s, I went to clubs and bars and all type of stuff. And every damn near time, because I'm not wealthy like that. I might have some money in my pocket or something, but oh, can I get a drink? Oh, I'm waiting for a friend. I'm not trying to dance. Ooh, oh, you don't got a car. Oh, it's like you gotta have something. So then you go towards women that beg for you, and then you're a problem. And then they still don't want you. If I was to leave her and try to go get with some of these African American women, I'm telling you, am I saying all African? I probably find African American. What I'm saying is, it's a mind fuck. But if I was to become rich with this woman who's been catering with me, you wouldn't believe some of the stuff people would say to me. All these years of being torn down, 35 years old now. Whether it's because I like metal, nah, people call me crazy. I like rap, oh, that ghetto thug music. I like a gospel song. You religious freak. You can't win. Somebody's going to be mad. So you be happy. You know what I mean? I even told my girl, it's got to the point, I'm going to start doing it. I got to start applying to McDonald's. I have a college, I have a certificate as a CNA. I have an associate's in arts, general studies, all these college level classes, all this intelligence, exterior, furthering my research on my own time and all types of other stuff. And I am clowned. But you take people and put them on entertainment talking stupid, and they getting publicity like crazy. I told y'all what they're going to do in the future, what they're trying to do, based on my perception and the skills I have in terms of probability and trying to map out causality and causation. All these, they're going to send all these immigrants here. I don't know if you heard about it or not, but they have whole Muslim communities, Hindu community, all the stuff. You guys, and the news is saying we're fighting immigration. But I'm telling you, no, they're not. None of them are. They're eating dinner parties and then talking on the news and signing papers. All these immigrants are coming in these places. And once America, you see now they're letting the homeless act a nut and do whatever they want. Or letting the homeless sleep everywhere and drugs are running crazy and everything's going crazy. Then these billionaires are going to level these places, turn them into utopias, and then turn this into another Iraq and Iran. And another Palestine. And another South America and Colombia and Brazil and all these places. And the Congo and Ethiopia. Then when there's nowhere else to go, hope you terraform planets. So I hear people saying, what are we going to do, African Americans? What do you want us to do? We had to fight to learn how to read. You should do some history on that. What happened when we read? What happened when we used bathrooms? What happened when we did all this other stuff? Now it's in our free, total freedom. We can do whatever we want. But since there's freedom, we can do whatever we want. So the employers, the lawmakers, the people who own the cash, the buildings, the government, you can't force them to love us or advocate for us or fix anything. Because as you all can see, they're sending billions to Ukraine and the Nazis, trying to reform Taiwan, a whole other country that has nothing to do with us, trying to reform Israel and all this other stuff, and Palestine, but can't give us reparations. Can give all Americans everywhere $2,500, $5,000, $6,000, depending on how many kids they got, but can't give every African American $10,000. Every African American, because I said there's like 3, 4, 500 million people with all of us total, and they gave everybody stimulus checks with kids. Only 44 million African Americans. Y'all can't give each of us $10,000, $2,000 a month, $5,000 a month, $50,000 a year, $100,000 a year. 500 million times. Some people got almost $10,000 in stimulus checks, depending on how many kids. I think it was $2,500 per kid, 3 kids. That's $7,500 times 4 or 500 million people, depending on how many people had kids. But y'all can't give 35 million traditional African Americans $10,000. Think about what I'm telling y'all. Stop. When I say stop trying, I'm not saying still be I say diverse singularity, self-education, Khan Academy, KHAN Academy on YouTube. Go to their playlists, and there's a bunch of shit. Self-education, self-awareness, all that spiritual religion, whatever. That's all subjective. But to you, your spirituality, objective, take care of that. Your health, your whatever. Some people's health is mentally. Some people's health is physically. Whatever is for you, refine you. I am who I am. You are who you are. So, people say, which president you're voting for, your vote matters and all this other stuff. I voted a lot of times. I voted for Obama, and they talked about him like a fucking pig, donkey, dog for 8 years. The same things Trump did. The same things Obama did and was destroyed for. People were saying Democrats control the House. Go become a president and try some shit. Let me know. Control the House. Y'all don't know what. Anywho, then afterwards, when Trump tried to go to North Korea, when Trump did all this other stuff that Obama did, right? Obama's not a real citizen. He's from blah, blah, blah. My grandfather's a German immigrant from Nazi land during Nazi times. I don't. They don't look. Do they listen? Is there something missing? A couple of screws and bolts? Maybe Eric Stoltz? Maybe a subtle Khan? Maybe a little Ray? I wonder why it's Mary J. B. Michael J. Fox. Call it Schrodinger's box. Or maybe Michael J. Michael Jack. Michael J. Yahweh. A bunch of that. Oh, conspiracies. But want me to follow the Pharisees. We don't think we should help the Asians or Caucasians black reparations. But the God of Shem is blessed, all in this nation. Don't know where Shem or the Hyksos or Hebrews really come from. Because they love perpetuating being racist and being fucking dumb. So, I'll be writing a little bit more poetry in the future too. I'm going to keep making metal songs. Anybody that hears me screaming on camera, that has nothing to do with demons or devils or religion, I promise you, go look up scream metal, metal thrash. Anybody that's into video games and says the metal is of the devil is fucking stupid. They did not make video games to rap songs. All traditional games had metal and symphony. So when I'm in a sympathetic death metal in my 30s, that has nothing to fucking do with God or the devil. Although it does, because I got so fucking sick of religion that I started screaming out Slayer and loving the song Angel of Death. So what's the correlation? Causation. I was caused to be pushed to fucking wrath. I suck the truth and then got attacked for it. So, welcome to America. Can I take your order? Yeah, Like I said, couch 2024 and 25 and whatever the fuck else I need to do. Y'all want to run around through the zoo? Keep feeding the pets. You never know. You might make a nice bet. And then that same TV station, or perhaps Tyler Perry, will be owned by a different couple of berries in the next season, and then call the ones that created treason.